What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Garden Weasel Show. Just kidding.
I dropped it. I can't believe it.
What's up? Here we are. We're back again. This is the Drummers Education Connection. We love being here every week. We love that you're here every week, especially to hang out with us and ask us questions and dig what we're talking about and spur us on to greater heights of knowledge and wisdom and understanding and questioning. So thanks for being a part of our extended community. I'm here. My name is Jeremy Steinkohler. We've got Bart Robley, Chip Ritter, and Rick Stojak.
Hey,
three of the best dudes on the planet.
How's everybody?
Great drummers, great educators, and we are here. This is our 102nd episode, guys. It's been a long time.
102 episodes. That's amazing.
We've had some pretty amazing guests on here. We've had Gene Hoagland, Greg Bissonette. We've had Chris Brady. I mean, you know, if you can't have, once you get Chris Brady, it's all downhill from there, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. Ringo called in one time.
Ringo called the show on time. Remember that?
Right. That's right. We almost had Ringo on. Yeah, he didn't know he was almost on, but we almost had him on.
We heard his voice.
Speaking of Chris Brady, today's episode is all about what's happening this weekend, and what's happening this weekend is our first ever DEC Day, Drummers Education Day. And we're going to have an afternoon of drum clinics, product giveaways, raffles, product demos, a tour of the Aquarian facility, and 4 amazing clinics by the 4 of us. I can't wait to see what these guys are going to lay down. And this is all happening at Aquarian Drumheads. So Chris Brady is the A&R guy for Aquarian. He's a good buddy of all of ours, one of the best guys in the business. And he has enabled us to have our event at the Aquarian facility, which is just incredible. And as part of what's happening there, there's going to be a special pricing on Aquarian heads that day for everybody who's in attendance. Really good discount. I can't say what it is out loud, but it's going to be substantial.
It's very substantial, yeah.
And there's going to be demos of all the different types of drum heads there. And then we have tons and tons of stuff that we're giving away for free, just for people being in attendance. You can still get tickets. Chip's going to put the link in the chat for purchasing tickets. You can get them to attend in person if you're down in Southern California. You can also stream it live. If you're streaming it live, you'll be able to get all the clinics, the educational content, but you won't necessarily be eligible to. You're not going to get any of the free giveaway stuff. Although we may have one thing we're going to give away online. That's kind of a surprise. I'm letting that flag a little bit there. So what we're going to talk about today is what's going to happen exactly on Saturday. We're going to talk about our clinics a little bit. We're not going to present our clinics, but we're going to talk about the things we're going to cover and how we're going to go about it. And we're going to show you some of the stuff that we'll be giving away. And I'm going to start there. So Vic Firth was generous enough to, I don't mean Vic Firth the person, I mean Vic Firth the company. Rest in peace.
There they are.
They've given us 2 bricks of drumsticks. We got a pack of 7, a pack of 7/8, a pack of 5/8.
Awesome.
And everyone who walks in the door is going to get a pair of Vic Firth drumsticks. In addition to, there's posters and stickers and Vic Firth keychains. Everyone's going to get one of these with a little drumstick, half a drumstick on it.
Look at that.
You know, good for whatever you want to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I got tons more stuff here to show. Should I keep going?
Yeah. Yes. Let's see more. I want to see all the stuff that we can't keep that we have to give away.
Exactly. Bart.
I already said that I was going to bow out and not play so that I could win some of this stuff. That was kind of,
Rick's wife Julia is going to come just so she can get free stuff for him.
Yeah, exactly. No,
exactly.
She's not.
She's gonna have on a little fake mustache, and some sunglasses. We won't recognize her, and she's gonna get a whole bunch of raffle tickets
with a T-shirt that says "I don't know Rick Stojak."
I don't know Rick Stojak, and every time somebody walks through the door, she's gonna throw a banana peel on the floor.
Actually, my wife Julia should be doing the clinic.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what I understand.
Double bass skills.
See, you had to say that before we played, didn't you? Now she's just gonna intimidate us more.
Yeah.
Snare weight.
Yeah.
So we're giving these away too. Everyone, we don't have enough for everybody, but some of the people who walk in the door are going to get a snare weight.
Nice.
So that's a muffler, right?
It's a muffler. It's a tab that you can stick on your drum, and it's magnetic, so it folds up.
What?
So you can flip it on and off, and you can also fold it over, so you can get like different degrees of muffling. These products are awesome. I'm a big
very hip.
So that'll go on a tom or a snare.
Tom or a snare. The only thing you can't put it on is the kick drum. but we also have these high-tech noiseless drum keys. So these don't make a sound when you put them on the.
Come on,
dude, that's amazing.
How did
really?
they do that? What is it made of?
Kind of crazy technology. It says right
noiseless
here,
drum key.
There's your shot, Chip. Go with it.
Yeah, man. Isn't that beautiful that we've been anointed with this technology that allows drum key on a drum without making noise?
I don't know.
Amazing. Beautiful.
That's crazy. Okay, so here's my regular drum key. Let me see if you guys hear me putting it on.
Oh yeah, dude, that's like, you'd have to do the whole take over again if you put that on your drum in the middle of the thing.
Me too. Listen.
Yeah, see,
that's horrible. It's horrible. I can't live with that.
Can't live with that.
There's no way.
So you guys, if somebody walks in and they don't get a snare weight, what are they going to get instead?
What else are they going to get?
Everybody that walks through the door is going to get a 14-inch snare drum head. And Aquarian has graciously donated a snare drum head to everybody. And they're not all going to be the same. What Chris said is he wants to get samples out to everybody of different styles of heads. So you might get a Focus X, you might get a triple threat, you might get a Jack DeJohnette snare drum head. But you're going to get everybody that walks through the door is going to get a snare drum head. And so that's fantastic. I mean, everybody wants, either they need a new snare drum head or they got a couple of snare drums they want to test stuff out on. So
need a new one.
Or you're going to need a new snare drum head.
Let me tell you this too. If you bought a drum set and you never changed the snare drum head from the one that came on the drum set, you need a new snare head.
You do.
Matter
of fact, if you bought the drum set yesterday,
you still need a new head.
And you have not played it yet,
you need a new
head. The head is brand new. Guess what? You need a new snare drum head.
You know what? I will over and over and over. I've had students buy mid-level drum sets or entry-level drum sets, right? Because of their budget, and they bring them in. Rick, can you help me tune this up? And we try to tune it up, and it's just not working, right, with the stock heads. And then I have them sample all the Aquarians heads that I have on my kits here, and they always buy them. And we tune those mid-level kits up, and it's like that, man. It's just super quick to tune it up, and the drums sound really, really good, man. With the right drum head, the right Aquarian head, you could take some mid-level stuff, mid-range gear, and just make it sing. So it always blows me away.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to get a snare head. Everyone's going to get a pair of sticks. And everyone's going to get either a snare weight dampener or a pack of Sky Gels. So you got some Sky Gels to show?
Sky Gels. No, they're in the box. I'd have to go get the box. It would take me a while. But the
Rick,
Sky
you got one?
Cool.
Maybe I could grab one without letting all my wires fall apart. Let's see. In my bag of tricks here.
All of my Sky Gels are across the room in my road case that I take on the road with me.
So, Chip, what are Sky
But you want to know something else that everybody's going to get, and I don't want to brush over this. We already talked about it a little bit, special pricing, but everybody is going to get an opportunity to go into Aquarian to see where they have the heads, to see all that sort of stuff. But they're going to have the opportunity to buy heads for their kits at about, and I'm not going to say the number out loud, but they're going to be able to buy the heads at almost artist pricing.
Yep.
And that is huge. So if you're one of these people that has a bigger drum set, let's say you play just, a 7-piece kit with 2 bass drums, right? And that savings alone is going to be huge for you. You can get a super kick and a regulator for both bass drums. All your tom heads, you're going to be able to outfit your kit with a set of heads at a fantastic price.
Basically, everybody that comes to this clinic is going to be treated like royalty and be thrown cool stuff at.
That's right. You're going to be treated like an artist endorser.
That's right.
Because all these companies that we endorse have supported us at this clinic with all these products to give away to people in attendance. So basically, you're going to come in and be like,
I will bet you somebody attending this clinic one day will become an Aquarian artist themselves.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Oh, for sure.
They're doing the work. They're doing the diligence. They're going out. They're getting educated. They're in the scene. They're passionate about music. And that's how to have success.
Exactly.
Guys, look.
What's that?
it's a lunchbox, a boombox lunchbox.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but
Boombox. You have a sandwich in there.
it's full of Sky Gel dampener pads.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
eat them? Can you
Baby.
eat those?
No, but they have different colors. This one is deep black. We've got onyx black. They've got red ones. They've
Cool.
got white ones.
We've got green ones.
They've got
got
so
purple
many
ones.
colors.
So
what they look like, just
yeah,
so
tell
you
us what they
folks
are,
know what they're
for
talking
those who
about. They
don't
look
know.
like
There you go.
that.
What are they?
They look just like that.
Fishing
And-
lure.
What's that?
Fishing lure.
Yeah, like a fishing lure. And
They're jiggly.
it makes a difference, man. You could, it takes out some of that overtone. This would be a miracle if over the internet we could hear the difference. But all right, hear that ring? This little guy on there. Did you hear a
Nice.
difference?
Yeah.
I can hear it in the room
A
here.
little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're recording or live, it makes a big, big difference.
Yeah, if you got a twangy snare, it definitely dampens the sound.
Yeah.
You know what? We were
Yeah.
playing in Texas a few weeks ago, and we've talked about backline kits, on the show. And I was playing a backline kit that was a little less than desirable, and definitely the snare drum was hurting. And I tuned it up the best that I could. It did not have an Aquarian head on it. That was one of the major problems. I tuned it up the best that I could, but it was still ringing and poppy and noisy. And I have, like I said, I've got my gig box right over there, and I've got a little thing of Sky Gels in there that I carry with me everywhere I go. Put one on there, and the snare drum sounded really good. I could play it. I got through the gig. And so, yeah, Sky Gels are a fantastic product. Really, really bailed me out on that a lot, on that gig. Really helped a lot.
Good stuff.
So-
They have
And we're
a
gonna
big
have-
kick pad too. The Sky
Oh, yeah.
Gels.
With
Yeah.
the kick stickers. Yeah, we got kick stickers for people. And we're also going to raffle off 5 of Chip Ritter's Stick Tricks DVDs. That's going to be cool.
What more could you
Right?
ask for? What
I
more
don't
could you
know.
ask for?
Humesenberg has donated 2 stick bags and a snare drum case somebody's going to win. That's going to be cool.
Serious.
Nice.
I've
Now,
got 3
Chip,
Gretsch t-shirts and a Gretsch hat as well.
Chip, that Humes and Bird case, is it a molded plastic case?
No, it's a soft case.
Okay, cool. Well, so just to make it clear what we're talking about here, you guys, if you come to the clinic, you're going to walk in the door and you're going to get a drum head. You're going to get a pair of sticks. You're going to get a snare weight or a pack of Sky Gels. You're going to get a keychain and some posters and some stickers. And you're going to get a raffle ticket. No cost, no extra cost. And that raffle ticket is going to buy you entry to win one of these. We have like almost 20 prizes we're going to be giving away, including what Chip just said. He's got his juggling DVDs. And man, I really, really want one of those because my showmanship is for crap. I can't even twirl the stick. I can, in my mind, I can twirl the stick. That's about it. People come in, my students come into lesson and say, "Hey, show me how to twirl the sticks." And I say, "I have two words for you. Chip Ritter."
Chip
That's
Ritter.
it. That's
Come
it.
online. He's got
Yeah.
all your stick tricks for you. So we
Yeah.
also got some stick bags donated from Protection Racket. Gene Bowdery is one of the nicest guys. And they sent us 6 of these fantastic, super high quality stick
Hey,
bags.
look at those.
Ooh.
Nice.
Different sizes. They all have most have pockets. Some of them are the.
Hey, I like that small one. That's the sport model.
Yeah, this is great. This is like
The sport model.
this will fit like 4 pairs of your sticks. So if you're one of those drummers that doesn't need to carry a lot of stuff, or you just go into a jam session or something, these are great.
Hey, you know what I use those for? I don't have I have one of those small sport models,
Nice.
as Chip said. Oh, and look how heavy duty those clips are for your floor tom.
Yeah.
Look at that. Those are they didn't cheap out on those. Those are great.
The cheap Protection Racket doesn't cheap out on anything, man. They have a transparent lining on the inside of their stick bag, on all their stick bags, so you can see what sticks are what, right? Because
That's cool.
in most stick bags, they go into that black pocket, and you have to see the tips to see what you're grabbing if you have different stuff in there. So that's a nice feature.
You know what? I need to get one of those because I don't have that brand, but I have one of those smaller stick bags, and it's not nearly that hip. And I carry it again back to the backline thing. If we're doing a fly day and it's like 1 or 2 nights,
Nice.
I'll put 4 pairs of sticks and a pair of mallets in there, my drum key, and away we go. And that That would be great. That would
What
be
a
great.
yeah.
I need to get one of them.
I've got my big fat stick bag, and I've got a smaller stick bag
Yeah.
for different situations. Yeah, when I want to bring everything or just a little bit.
Yeah.
What else we got? Hudson Music has donated. Oh, guys, you don't know about. I haven't told you about this. This is a big one. So Hudson Music has donated a copy of DG's notebook, Dave Garibaldi's new book.
Oh, cool.
Oh, bitchin'.
And also a copy of Steve Gadd's new book, Gaddaments. But that's going to be in a package with this other thing, which is super cool. It's a 2-page spread of Gaddaments. It's like, I don't know what 2 pages it is, but it's like the engraving pages signed by Steve Gadd.
No way.
No way.
Really?
Signed, really?
Yeah.
I swear to you, I'm bowing out. I'm not playing. I want to win this thing. I'm just going to sit there.
How cool would it be on your drum studio wall to have a 2-page spread out of Steve's book with his signature on it?
Oh,
that is
my
badass,
God.
dude. That is
Wow.
really cool.
That's something you would frame.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
totally, man.
serious.
Totally. That is bitching, man.
When Rob Wallace from Hudson Music told me that he was going to donate that, I was like, "Oh man, that's so cool!" And then I was like, "Crap, do you have another one?"
I by the way have the digital version of Gaddaments and Dave Garibaldi's notebook too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I haven't played
have that on
through
my
either one of
iPad.
those books, but I want to, and that's my goal for next year. Those are the 2 books that I'm going to start next year. As a personal note, that's what I do at the beginning of a year. I have a book and I start it and I work out of it till the end of the year. Whether I make it through or not is irrelevant. Then I go on to the next one.
I like that.
Yeah.
We should talk
All
about
right, you guys want to hear the grand prize?
Yeah. What is the grand prize? Well, here, hold on. Here, I'll give it to you. You're showing it.
Dream date with Chip Ritter.
The dream date. Somebody's going to get somebody's going to get a filet-o-fish on Chip Ritter. They're going to get it. He's
I'll bring
a
the
super. Yeah.
Here it is, folks.
What is that, Rick? What is that?
What is that?
This is a Sabian XSR 16-inch Aero Crash. Chiseled in heaven. This thing
I'm telling
sounds so good, and it's in the brilliant finish. And one lucky person is going to take this home.
Cool. How are you not coming to this clinic if you're a drummer? How are you not coming to the clinic? Now look, you got Rick Stojak DNA on it. What I mean, for God's sake!
Wait a second. Hey, hold on. It's a family show. Hey,
no, man, they're gonna be able to groove now. That's all I'm saying, man.
So, all right. So, you guys, we've talked about all the stuff we're giving away, right? So, even if there were no clinics, there was no educational content, you could walk through the door. You're going to walk out with a lot more money in stuff than you paid to get into to get in the first place, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, just even without winning a raffle prize, you're basically getting $40 worth of stuff just from attending.
Exactly.
Right?
That's right.
But if you can't,
there's more.
There's more, and actually, this is the whole reason behind the thing is not just to give stuff away, but to help our fellow drummers by sharing our knowledge. Right. That's what the Drummers Education Connection is all about. That's why we founded it, was to help inspire, educate, and another word I can't think of right now.
Performance, inspiration.
We're here to help.
Performance, insight, and inspiration.
Yeah. We're here to educate and inspire, basically. And each of us is going to be giving a 45-minute clinic, which is not very long, but it's a long day in total with 4 clinics and all the giveaways and product demos and stuff. So for me personally, this is the part that I'm the most excited about. It's the most substantial thing. I mean, the gear is great and it's fun and it's cool. And, everybody gets some free stuff, but I want to see what Rick and Chip and Bart are going to lay down. And because I know it's going to be great. And I know no matter what level of drummer you're at, there's going to be something of value for you. So I kick it to you, Rick. What are you going to talk about in your clinic?
I'm going to talk about how I don't want to give up this cymbal.
Me and Rick are going to get in a fight over a cymbal and a drum key. This is going to be terrible.
Exactly. Hey, first off, too, thank you to Chris Stanky and all the great folks at Sabian for donating this.
I almost forgot. Wait, Rick, I gotta stop you. I forgot.
Yeah.
ProLogix.
Oh, drum pads. What are those things?
Oh, see, God, come on, dude. I got to bow out. I got to win some of this stuff. I've got to not play.
So I got to thank Andrew Capuzzello, who just left ProLogix, but he was a guy there for a long time, and Jason Edwards, who runs ProLogix. They've donated a pair of these double-sided practice pads that have 4 different surfaces with 4 different responses. So these things, these are mine. I'm showing you mine, and they're the new ones are in the box.
So each side has got a different surface on it.
Exactly right.
Can you play a Flamabarda diddle diddle on one of those?
Yes, you can. If you know what a Flamabarda diddle diddle is.
Anyway, yeah, they're 4 different surfaces. One of them, like the black one's super spongy for a hard workout. The green one's got a much more bouncy response. And the blue and the reds are somewhere in the middle. Anyway, so we got these from ProLogix. Did we miss anything else that we're giving away?
I don't think so.
Oh, did we talk about?
I'm going to give away a couple of how to build a drum grooves.
Oh yeah. That's
a couple
Rick Stajak's book. Yeah.
A couple books.
Those are awesome books, man. I use them with every student.
Don't we have a package from Trick Drums?
Yeah, we got Trick T-shirts, a dead blow beater, a Trick cymbal topper, some keychains and some lanyards, and a T-shirt.
Hey Chip, what's a dead blow beater?
A dead blow beater's got liquid in it, and it accelerates the beater faster than a normal beater.
Wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Really?
It's a different feel. It's a whole different technology.
Do you play with them? Do you use them?
No.
Yeah.
No, I use the Pro 1V1s with weights on them.
Wow.
Oh, do you?
Solid, though. They're solid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You play trick pedals too, bro, don't you, Bart?
I do. I play trick pedals. I will show you my trick pedal right now. Yeah, I play trick pedals, and I actually, because I'm also a Gibraltar guy, I use the Gibraltar pedals. Hey, look, there's my fuzzy bunny slippers.
Nice. Bart wears slippers on the show.
Hey. What happened? Where it was going so good. It was going so good.
And that was the end of Bart's drumming career.
That was it. It's over. I'm gonna go get.
Well, now you can win some prizes, Bart.
Yeah, I can. I don't have to play anymore. I could show up and win some free crap. Free stuff. I mean, sorry, I'm laughing too hard. That's awesome, man. That's great. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a trick bass drum pedal guy. I also have a trick cable hi-hat that I like a lot. Mike Dorfman's awesome, and trick drums is just, their drums are amazing, and their pedals are second to none. I'm a Gretsch guy, and one of the cool things about having an endorsement with a drum company is a snare drum is considered a accessory, so you can play other snare drums. And I didn't buy it in time, but I'm trying to talk Mike into getting me one of those Buddy Rich snare drums, the 100-year anniversary, the signatures with the BR logo on it. I'd like to get one
BR.
of those. Yeah.
Cool.
I've got the BR head on my kick drum that I play live.
That's awesome.
So, which is made by Aquarian Drum Heads.
By the way, that takes some confidence to put BR logo on your drum.
Dude, you know what? Here's the thing. I swear to you, the reason I put it on there, I was at a Bissonnet clinic one time, and Chris Brady and I were changing out the heads on this kit for him. Like last minute, he was called in to sub for a guy at the Hollywood Drum Show. And so we're changing out the heads, and somebody gave him a GB crest head. And he goes to me, he goes, "Man, you ought to put a BR crest head on your drum, Bart." And I was like, "No, it's sacrilege." Well, years later, when Aquarian started making it, I was like, "I'm not going to put one on there." And then Chris goes, "No, put one on there. We want to kind of push him a little bit." So I got a BR crest head that stands for Bart Robley, and I am not comparing myself with Buddy Rich in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that I have in common with Buddy Rich is we both play the drums. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
But yeah, so yeah, I play trick drums, bass drum pedals, and yeah, I'm gonna be over there representing trick bass drum pedals. It will be there at the show.
Right on.
So anyway, Jeremy, we've interrupted Rick. What is he going to be doing in his clinic? What's he talking about?
Well, I wanted to the cymbal has never been hit. I wanted to
don't hit it. No, don't do it.
So it's never hit. So the first person who hits it will be the owner.
Yeah.
The new owner.
Don't do
all
it.
right.
Don't do it.
Well, all right. That sounds fair. The holes in the cymbal, by the way, everyone always asks what those do. Is they add a degree of projection to the cymbal. They also add a degree of like trashiness to the cymbal. Like I've got an arrow splash, and hopefully that didn't blow up your ears, fellas. And sort of like a China cymbal, and I've got the Holy China over here. And
nice.
And initially, from my understanding, when they started putting the holes in to experiment with the sound, they were worried about the durability. And then they later on found out that the holes actually add even more durability to the cymbal. So that's pretty special.
I have a 18-inch Evolution, the Paragon Crash, Dave Weckels. And dude, I've had that thing. The Evolution. I've had that for. It's called the Ozone Crash. It's the Evolution Ozone, right?
Yeah.
And there you go. That's the one. And I'm telling you, I have had that cymbal all over the place, and I have played it show after show after show after show, and you would think it would break, but it doesn't. It has more durability at the holes. It sounds fantastic. It sounds like it did the day I picked it up in Burbank. So amazing cymbals. Fantastic stuff.
So Rick Stojak, you're going to be doing a clinic at this show.
Yeah.
What is your clinic going to be about? Tell us about your clinic.
All right. Oh, we lost Jeremy. It is going to be about tom beats and snare drum beats. So tom beats, you're back, Jeremy.
Yeah, I opened my window.
So the clinic is going to be based on different tom beats and train beats. But I'm going to kind of tell it through the story of the evolution of my career as a drummer.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you're going to get my story about how I evolved and what my approach was and the music that I played. So I'm really going to be doing a lot of, psychobilly music is dear to my heart, and I just love playing psychobilly because it's such a creative style of music. So I'm going to be playing a lot of my psychobilly songs that use the toms and the snares, or in the train beat. And I'm going to open up with a song that my late brother wrote in our early band in the 80s, Be Wild.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
awesome.
A super tom song, and my best friend Ed co-wrote it. He's going to be there, so I'm super excited about that. And I'm going to just tell you the story of my perseverance through music. And also I have handouts that have pages from my books.
Cool.
On tom beats and train beats too.
Awesome.
Right.
So, but
awesome.
basically, cool, I'm so grateful. My students, so many students are coming up from San Diego to Orange. I'm just blown away by the support and the love and that effort that they're putting in. So I will play whatever they want to hear. That's it.
Rick, are you going to play entire songs?
Yeah, I am going to play entire songs. I'm going to, fortunately, a lot of the psychobilly songs, 2.5 minutes long, man. Right. They're just great songs. It's like they tell the story, in a short amount of time. So there'll be some swing beats in there mixed in too, because you've got to talk about the swing beats applied to psychobilly. And
I love the fact that you're playing a song that was written by your late brother, you played in a band with him for many years, and that's very touching. That's really cool, Rick. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Man. Yep. Be Wild is the band. You'll see his license plate. That's behind me. You'll see up on the wall there, the B.Wilde.
Right
Oh
on.
See that on the
yeah.
wall? That was
Oh
his.
yeah.
That was his license plate. So, and our band name. So,
Wow.
it's a raucous little number. And I'm bringing in rototoms.
Wow.
And I've got a timbali. I'm going to bring in this timbali, and I've got the. So,
Dude, that was badass.
a lot of think like bow wow wow, I want candy, kind of that
Mhm.
Bo Diddley Tom
Bo Diddley,
thing. There's going to
yeah.
be a lot of that, little that Adam Ant kind of sound, but a lot of like.
Ooh.
So the kind of concept where the beat doesn't have to be just hi-hat or ride all the time, that, it's giving the tom some. And I just kind of came up with it thinking, well, what do people want? And I'm like, my students love toms.
Mhm.
They're just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, they come in, I'm like, here's how to hold the sticks, here's a beat. Yeah, but they're like, well, what about the toms? So I'm like, yeah, all right. What about fills?
Cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So
I'm excited just to learn that beat you just played.
Yeah, I am too.
cool. That it's I'm super pumped up about it. And Bart, what about you then? You're gonna go on second. Thanks for letting me start it off, man.
Oh, dude, no problem. I can't wait to see your clinic.
By the
And
way,
again,
here's something really interesting. I'm not the tallest guy, and Bart is the tallest guy, and we're going to share the same kit. We're all using the same drum kit.
yeah,
So you're going to see a really quick strike between like setting them up and changing the heights and moving some drums and cymbals around. So
that's a fantastic point. So I'm going to touch on that really quick here. I wasn't going to do that, but yeah, that's a great point. What I'm going to do, I know, and Rick, you're playing 2 up.
I got to play
right?
1 up with my rototoms.
Okay.
And the timbali. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm
Well,
just going to
then
need the 1 tom.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave the setup. I'm gonna get it all ready on Friday. So we've all said we're probably gonna play 1 up, 2 down, or 1 up, 1 down.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do to get ready after Rick does his amazing clinic and he plays so well, and we do have to have a quick strike and a quick turnaround. I will have my own drum throne, my own snare drum stand, and my own ride cymbal stand, so I can just move that stuff out of the way, put mine on there. And I'm good to go there. It's a quick turnaround, done it a billion times. I have to raise the floor tom, maybe make a couple adjustments, but I'll be good to go. I'm playing songs as well. I'm only going to play 3 songs. And my clinic is called Playing for the Song. But what it really entails is it's talking about building a part for songs and driving a song. In the first tune. The second tune, I don't want to give it away, but is a re-record of a song that was a very famous song in the 1970s. And it's not a really hard drum beat that I'm going to play. It's busy. And I'm going to talk about the stuff that I took into the recording session there, but then also the stuff that I brought out of the recording session and what I learned from that recording session. And how it enabled me to propel forward into some other work with one particular producer that I've worked with, Michael Blum. Michael has produced Madonna, and he worked on the Wish You Were Here album by Pink Floyd.
Wow.
And then I'm going to play the last song that I'm going to do is from my new album with my songwriting partner Blackthorn. It's a song called Razor's Edge. It's a double bass shuffle. Ooh. And so that's going to be pretty fun. Yeah, and that
Maybe we can give away one of your CDs for a raffle prize.
We are going to do that. I was just going to say, why don't we give away one of the scavenger CDs for a raffle prize? And
great album.
And thank you. And so so the double bass shuffle I'm play.
Yeah.
Leading with the
foot.
And that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's rad.
And I don't want to play the whole thing because I'm going to play it on Saturday, but I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about just putting a part together for a tune, whether it be, and I've got 3 examples. One is from a band that I'm in that I've been in for a very long time, and making the singer and the songwriter happy with my parts for his song, making a producer happy with doing a re-record and making sure that it's dead on to what the original recording is, because that is very taxing and hard to do. And thirdly and finally, having your own music and your own freedom to do what you want to do, but yet you still want to be cohesive with the things I learned from the first 2 going into my album to make a song come to life.
Fantastic.
So that's what I'm going to talk about. Jeremy, we're going to throw it to you. And we're going in the order of what we're doing. What'd you say, Rick? What'd you say?
You said you're doing a 70s popular song, man. I just want to guess what it is, man. Is it like "Love Will Keep Us Together" by Captain and Tennille?
It is. It is. And I'm going to say, I'm not playing drums. I'm going to sing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You broke up there, Jeremy.
That "Love Will Keep Us Together" is a Hal Blaine drum part. And
that is a Hal Blaine drum part. He
identified that song as one of his favorite songs of his own playing that he had played on.
Seriously, no kidding.
No kidding. Yeah, you listen to it, man. It's really hip. It's really hip.
I played that in middle school band, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
It's a really good drum part. Check it out.
Okay. Well, I will. Do you want me to tell you the song? Am I giving away too much if I tell you the song?
I don't want to know.
No, surprise us. Surprise us.
Okay, I'll surprise you. I'll surprise you. I'll surprise you on Saturday. All I will say is it's not hard. It's not a super hard drum part. It's just busy. There's a lot of little pieces of the puzzle. And then after I'm done, okay, after I'm done playing, we're gonna shoot over to the man that is in San Francisco, the Bay Area, the jazz master,
the steamroller,
Jeremy, the steamroller Steinkohler. What are you going to be talking about there, Mr. Steinkohler?
Well, I'm going to start by talking about what kick-ass clinics Bart and Rick just gave. How much I got out of them, and how glad I am I came down to the deck day. But I'm going to try to talk about sort of a pretty massive topic and just touch on some important elements of it in as much as I can in 45 minutes. I'm going to talk about touch and tone sort of together. So how the sounds that we make out of the drum set are so important to fitting the music. And how a lot of amateur drummers don't think about that so much. They think about what's the part, what's the pattern, and they don't, they might get the pattern right, but they don't deliver it with the right feel or the right balance or tonality. So I'm going to talk about that a lot, and I'm going to go over some exercises that I'm going to have people even try on their hands and feet as I demonstrate them on the kit. And then I'm going to play along with some songs. I'm not going to play entire songs. I'm just going to do snippets, but I'm going to do a lot of them to show how, listen to the hi-hat tone on this one, listen to the hi-hat tone on this, listen to how the snare drum is more present on this one, listen to the bass drum be more punchy on this song, on this take. I'm going to play along for maybe, 20 seconds or something, just to sort of put the concept into musical context, right? And that'll be about 20, 25 minutes worth of that. And then the second half is going to be talking about pocket and feel related to pocket. So I'm going to play some examples of recordings of the same tune with different degrees of swing in it. And I'm going to play along about how, you can feel, the song can be interpreted differently, and talk about what swing means. And I'm not talking about jazz swing per se, but swing as a sort of universal concept as applied to all styles, and how the pocket can be different depending on how the degree of swing that's there. We'll talk about a Texas shuffle versus a Chicago shuffle, for example. And we'll talk about swung 16th note grooves like, Rosanna and other things like that, past the piece. And then play some.
Are you going to play Rosanna?
No, I don't. I mean, I may or may not even bring that tune up. But if I was going to play Rosanna, I'd have to practice it every day from now till Saturday, and I got too many other things to do.
Dude, Rosanna scares the crap out of me.
it's a killer groove.
It's just, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'm going to talk about, touch and tone and the sounds we create on the instrument and how that interfaces with the rest of the band and how important that is and how overlooked of a concept that is in most people playing. And then we'll talk about pocket and feel. And so sort of, you put those together, even if you're playing a really simple part and you're playing musically and you're killing it. So that's the focus of my clinic.
Awesome. Awesome.
We're going to learn so much from that clinic, Jeremy. I can't wait to see the different degrees of swing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that too.
Really, really can't wait to see that. It's going to be very cool.
And then from there, where do we go from there? Where can we possibly top? How could one drummer possibly top those 3 clinics? And there's only one man on the face of the planet.
There's only one man.
Only one man. Who is it? Who is it, Jeremy?
None other than Chips Ahoy, Chip Ritter.
Chip Ritter and the Ritter Splitter, baby. Yeah, buddy.
Baby, Chip.
Yeah. So, Chip, what are you going to be talking about, dude?
Oh, man. I'm going to be talking about how I just threw my drumsticks in the trash after watching these clinics.
We'll have a bin there for everybody to throw their sticks in. They walk out.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know what? I'm just going to be I'm so grateful that I'm even invited to this thing and being able to be a part of it. I'm going to try to do my best to bring a drum clinic about stick tricks and showmanship. Some things that you can do on the drums to spice up your playing in your live show. I'm going to come in hot with a drum solo and then say hi to everybody. And then I'm going to try to talk about, placement of tricks and where you can place them in the context of beats and some stories about what inspired me to get going on stick tricks and showmanship. And I'm going to talk about some mechanics, a couple different takeaway tricks that everybody can do, hopefully when they go home. And just go in with another drum solo. And then I'm going to get into juggling. Even though not everybody's into juggling, I'm still going to just discuss how I came about it, how it came to be, and how I ended up learning how to actually play beats while juggling. And then I'll do a final song incorporating all of my tricks and then open it up for questions and answers. That's basically going to be my clinic.
That sounds incredible.
Awesome.
So
I watched your video. Oh, sorry, Jeremy, go ahead.
Just a question. Like I saw a picture. I've never been there to the aquarium warehouse, but I saw a picture that Bart sent to us, and looks like the ceilings are fairly low. Like,
are you guys Garth Brooks fans?
Not particularly.
Because what they did is at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, they had put in these things where the ceiling is open, where Garth Brooks got up there and walked across the stadium and looked down into the stadium while he sang a song. And they're still there to this day, and they're called the Garth Bars. I talked to Chris this morning. They're cutting a hole in the roof of Aquarion's new facility, and it's called the Chip Hole, and that's going to be the Chip Hole where he can juggle.
If there's not enough room for me to juggling, it's going to be a very short clinic.
There's plenty of room.
Well, I wondered about that. When you juggle, do you need a certain height just to be able to? Do you always throw your sticks up to the same height?
It depends on how slow or fast the beat is. If I'm going faster, then it's a shorter height. But if I'm going slower, then I have to sky them.
Of course. That makes
now, Chip is so strong, he's actually going to juggle us 3. And, but we have to maintain the same weight, guys. So no extra food this week, because if any of us gains a couple pounds, it'll throw Chip's timing.
Don't throw my timing off, man. When I jump,
Rick and I have been practicing doing high fives while we're flying through the air.
Talking about different degrees of swing, Rick.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
That's awesome,
guys. One thing that I want to bring up is that if you're attending this clinic, don't be intimidated by all of our razzle dazzle. The clinic is going to be delivered for, I'd say, drummers of every level, of every age, of every style. There's something in there for everyone. And don't feel like everyone's going to be drumming and we're the only ones drumming, not you guys, you know. So don't be intimidated that we're going to call on you and you're going to have to play in front of a group of, you know, in front of all these people, especially if you're just getting started. So it doesn't mean that somebody won't come up in one of our clinics and, you know, to demo something, but don't be afraid by that. You know, one of the great things about drummers, in my observation, is that we're all cooperative. We all like to share. Like, what's that riff? How did you play that? That's what we do. And we grow together. We're not like these guitarists who turn their back to the audience so no one will see what they play. You know, it's not like that. So I'm glad don't worry about it.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Rick. Just, you know, that was really my thinking behind my clinic was, what can I do that could anybody from any level could take something of value from, you know what I mean? You could immediately put into practice and use and make them better, you know? So that's regardless, you know, I mean, look, there's 4 clinics about 4 very different topics, and each one, even within it, is going to range a whole wide range of stuff from simple to complex.
Right.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's one of the beauties of this, is that, you know, there's something for everyone. And like you say, no one has to be feeling like, oh, this is over my head. This isn't for me. It's too much.
You want to know why I got into doing clinics? Was because of what both of you guys just said. I remember I went to a clinic one time, and I won't say the drummer's name, and it was phenomenal. I mean, it was just incredible. And place was packed. And I came walking out of the clinic, and I know how I personally felt. And I heard all the people walking out with me and walking out to their cars just going, oh my God, I could never do that. And then I heard other people saying, how would you play that in a song? How would that work? How would, you know, and I swore to myself that if I ever got to do clinics, I would want to play to where I inspired people, not to where I bummed them out, where it was like, oh, I could never do that in a million years. Yeah. Not that, and look, I'm a firm believer that if you practice something enough, you're going to get better and better and better and better at it. You'll take it right on, and you'll be able to do it. But I also think that I've seen some clinics where people walk away and they're not inspired. They're more like, oh my gosh, they're turned off. And I never wanted to do that. So that's why I got into clinics. I got into clinics because the same reason I got into teaching, you know, I wanted to be able to say, hey, you know, if I can do it, you can do it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that we've all talked about on deck for, you know, 102 episodes now, is not turning people off to drumming or turning people off and making them think lesser of themselves or their abilities. It's more about making them feel better about themselves and their abilities.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, you know, it sounds, Bart, I really well said, Bart. It sounds like that clinic that you were talking about, and I've been to several of these too. It wasn't really a clinic. It was just a performance. Right.
Right.
So watch me do all this complicated crap that I can do. And aren't I amazing? And the answer is absolutely. Yeah, that was incredible. But I didn't really get anything that I could use out of that, you know? I mean, and I, you know, I always, when I go to clinics, I bring a little notebook.
Yeah.
You know, I have this little black notebook that I use for just taking notes on stuff. I sometimes take notes during lessons, just stuff that comes up. Maybe some student plays some riff. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What was that? You know, I learned from them, right? And I take it to a clinic, and sometimes I've got to, you know, transcribe with some little thing that I hear the drummer doing, or I say, hey, could you break that down and go slow? But like, if I'm having to work hard to get something, most of the other people who are in attendance, they're not getting anything out of it other than like, wow, I can do that. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I agree. It's like, that's not really a clinic.
That's right. You know, you could watch a clinic and get completely overwhelmed in trying to figure out exactly what the drummer is doing. And that can be daunting. Or you could kind of take it at the basic, like, well, what's the core of what this drummer is doing?
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to play some fancy tom beats, but go home and practice, and maybe you notice that instead of playing here, I'm playing here. So suddenly, oh, I can use a floor tom. I didn't think about using a floor tom. I don't have to play like Rick played. Oh, he did the hi-hat. I noticed that. Okay, that's something cool for me to start practicing since I'm not playing the cymbal in my hand. Well, I have a foot. I could do that. Like with Bart's clinic, like, oh, I can play a shuffle. Oh, I didn't think about doing that with my feet. Damn, I never even thought about that. How cool. Oh, that's like the hot for teacher thing, right? Or
good point.
Playing a simpler song. Jeremy, your thing. Like nobody's going to be like able to drum like you and play jazz the way you do, but they're going to go, oh, I get what swing is now. And Chip, forget about it, man. It's just, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And even if you get away, like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't just sit there like a stone. Maybe I'm going to do one little thing, kind of like Chip Ritter did.
I want to, and I'm
really good, really great, Rick. That's fantastic.
I want to agree with what you said, Rick, 100%, because it's that one little thing that you take away, like you just said, bud.
One little thing.
And I've taken this away from Chip before. He's right there. This guy right there. He came out and played. It's backwards, right? You try it like, yeah, I know it's backwards. Weird. We did a NAMM jam, and Chip came out and played a couple of NAMM jams, and I do this and make faces and everything like that, and the band was really great both times that Chip came out and played, and he got up there, and I'm not kidding you, just the juggling of the sticks while he was playing, it brought the house down. It just does, and getting to hear him talk about, well, this is how I do it. And matter of fact, Chip, I think it was yesterday or day before, you had posted a video from your Stick Tricks DVD, and you're talking about how you cross over. And I was watching it on Facebook, and I tried to. I couldn't do it. It was so awesome, man. I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to hear Jeremy. Can't wait to. I just can't wait to hear all of us. Rick's playing with his brother's song that he wrote. Man, this is going to be so much fun. This is going to be awesome.
One of the other great things about this, I think, and maybe one of the sort of forest from the trees takeaways, like Rick was suggesting, is that you're going to see four drummers who are very different players, who are different people, different styles of communicating, different styles of playing, different touch, different bag of tricks, different strengths. And you're going to hear, wow, here's four very different drummers, all sounding great, all doing the thing that they do, being themselves on the kit with their music. And hopefully it'll inspire you to feel like I can be myself on a kit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Instead of I'm going to try to do what Chip can do or what Jeremy can do, it's like, wow, there'll be some mechanical, or there'll definitely be some technical takeaways, but hopefully sort of the big piece is like, just keep working to be the best version of yourself, because that's all we have.
That's right. It's bits and pieces. We're the accumulation of all these bits and pieces of all the shows we've seen, all the lessons we've taken, all the videos we've watched, and all the clinics that we've gone to.
Right. It's like we're coming together and we're sharing all the shiny stuff that we find about drumming, the things that we value and that inspire us, giving that to the crowd and them taking away what they can use.
It might be cool to before we begin the first clinic, for one of us to get up and say something to that effect. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I nominate you, Jeremy.
All right, I'll do it.
All right, cool.
Or we could all get up there together to start.
Or we could do like a little dance thing, like Van Halen. You mentioned Hot for Teacher. We could do we could do that.
Da 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 da.
The old Bugs Bunny thing. That's awesome.
That was Johnny Carson.
Oh wait! What was the Warner Brothers on the Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
See, now you're speaking my language, Chip. We're talking 70s cartoons.
Saturday morning,
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah,
man. Come on. That's awesome. Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
By the way, everyone, I highly recommend you check out last week's episode where Bart and Chip get into more details about the clinic, like confronting fear and a lot of the logistics and the planning, like how we got all this swag to give to you guys, like your relationships with the manufacturers. I really, really like that episode. I was in Florida with my mom, and it was just so fun to listen to DEC and listen to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really inspiring episode.
One of the things that's so cool about this, Rick, is I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but just to kind of let people see behind the curtain, we all text each other all throughout the week. Hey, what are we doing on this week's show? Remember, Garibaldi's coming. Oh no, we
things like that. Things like what's Chip wearing on the dream date?
Yeah.
And who's buying?
How much can we spend on the dream date with Chip Ritter? All that sort of stuff.
Well, as Chip said before the show, he said it wouldn't be an adventure if there weren't some she monsters.
Exactly,
right.
man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. But we put this stuff together, and so I got a text, hey, why don't we talk about the pre-show? And I was like, well, we did that last week. And then no, we're going to dive in deep to the stuff we're giving away and talk about the show and how excited we are. Okay, yeah, that's cool. And stuff like this, it's so fun for us that we get inspired with it, and so it's not always just about, talking to a guest or how did you come up with this riff. It's fun for us to put this show together, and we appreciate you guys watching so much and follow us on Facebook and YouTube and letting us have 102 episodes. Hopefully we'll make it to 103.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a COVID temperature.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. The show's gone all over the place today. We got a symbol with Rick's DNA all over it. We got all kinds of, horrible things have happened.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well,
we're live on that.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We can't wait for our DEC Day clinic next Saturday. We hope you can tune in. If you can't, we hope you can attend. There's still some tickets left, but there's not that many left. So if you're thinking about coming, now's the time to grab one. There's a link in the chat that Chip put up. And if you can't make it down or you don't live in the area, you can always stream the clinic live online. And that's an option that's available for everybody. So we hope to see you on Saturday. And thanks so much for supporting our community.
Thanks for watching.
You guys. Thanks for watching us.
See you guys.